Chasin Trail, kicking up dirt, sweating my eyes, but it don't hurt. Fast feet, loose rocks, send it full sail. Ain't no stopping, we chasing trail. Yeehaw!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chasin Trail. I am your host, Teddy Tonelli, aka Teddy Treble, and today I have one of the hottest athletes in trail right now. If you run ultras, you have heard her name, and when your name starts to get brought up with Courtney DeWalters, you're doing something very, very right. Coming off of her record-setting first place finish at the High Lonesome, and then before that, Cocodona, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Rachel Entrekin, how are you doing? You know what? Wait, hold on. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, I'm actually so impressed. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, Entrekin. What is that from? Where is that like Eastern European?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, my family has been in the United States since like the 1500s. So,
Wow.
Yeah. So I think it's just like generic white person. But I think at some point we were from Scotland.
Okay. I could kind of see it. You kind of resemble like the girl from the Brave with the arrows. Bam.
Do you have red hair?
Yeah. Don't you have red hair? It kind of looks a little red.
No,
it must be the lighting. Well, that makes a whole lot more sense with your running blog. Is it Idiot Blonde or something?
Idiot running, yeah.
Blonde Idiot Running, yes. Yeah, that makes so much more sense now. I get it. Okay, never mind. Maybe more Rapunzel. All right.
There you go.
So, Rachel, can I call you Ray Ray?
Sure.
Okay, Ray Ray. So, I like to start the show by going over some career highlights, all right? And my God, there's so many for you. It's kind of crazy, but I'm going to go through some of them because I do think it's important for the people to know, if they don't already, who we're talking to. So, obviously, 2025 started out with a bang. We had Badger Mountain 100-mile challenge, first overall and first female. Holy crap. Whiskey Basin trail runs, first female. Holy crap. Cocodona, first female, fourth overall. Okay. New course record. And then not like a month and a half later, 2 months later, she goes to High Lonesome, 100-mile course record. So we're sensing a trend here. We have 2024. I could go through these again. Cocodona, first place. Crazy Mountain, 100-mile, first place. Across the years, 48-hour, first place. Now we're 2023. 48 hours, first place. This is just first place. Now,
hope you like the number one.
I do very much like the number one. I like people that come out and that they, really go get it. And the thing is, Ray, is that the thing for me is that I've been hearing a lot on the news is that you're on a 17-win streak. Now, hold on. That's actually inaccurate because, if I see it right here, you totally DNF'd at the Spartathlon in September last year.
I did.
Yeah.
And
Nobody mentions it.
I know, and I think that's not fair. So I try to mention it where I can. Because, you got to give the people an actual picture of what is going on. But yeah, no, that was a hideous DNF. I deserve that DNF.
Oh, you deserve it. Okay, well, tell me a little more about that. I didn't plan on going into it, but tell me what happened today. Why is it so horrible?
Well, so I was at a really interesting point in my professional and personal life at the time that I went over to Greece, because Spartathlon is in Greece. It's in the end of September too, and so the weather there, can be pretty capricious, I guess. But it was extraordinarily hot last year when I did it. And I'm from, I was living in Southern California at the time, so I thought I was prepared. But racing in foreign countries, I don't know. Have you raced in a foreign country before?
No, I've never raced in a foreign country, but I would love to one day.
It's super awesome, and I definitely encourage you to give it a whack. But it was very different. Like the aid station food was very different. Like and I'd been warned about all of these things. I just chose to kind of ignore them. But the aid stations were really strange. Like they had a lot of dried fruit and like lukewarm beverages, which when it's 95 degrees outside and you're running on a road surrounded by asphalt and exhaust, it was not great. And then, it is a road race, and I underplayed what that was because, I do trail running and I do like
Yeah.
road running. I enjoy it, but I didn't think about the fact that it's 150 miles of road running. And it just like torched my feet. And then, there was just a lot of kind of confusion leading up to race day too. Like I didn't know where I was even staying until probably like the week before the race, just because like
Wow.
organization is a little bit different over there. Yeah, and because I was having so much stress in my personal life, it just led to like my brain going to some crazy places. And so about a little over halfway through the race, um, I was getting some weird like hand swelling, like really significant hand swelling. Probably I think it actually was from probably too much or too little sodium. I don't know, but
Yeah.
in my head was just like I was not. It wasn't happening for me, and so I DNF'd, which I don't necessarily regret. The only thing that I regret is that I'm gonna have to go back at some point and finish it.
Oh
Uh,
no.
I know it's but I mean, for God's
You're
sake,
one of those people. You're one of those people where you're like, son of a bitch, it got
I
me.
know
I'm coming back and I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
exactly. But I mean, it's not that bad. I still get to go on vacation to Greece. That's not. Things could be worse. And really, it wasn't the race's fault. It was mine. I didn't prepare for it well. I didn't have the mental capacity to prepare for it at the time, really. Um, yeah,
They're only serving dried fruit. What the hell are you expecting here? I
I
mean,
don't know.
if my liquid choice is warm water, coffee, some sort of weird orange juice looking thing, and a bunch of dried strawberries, I'm gonna panic a little bit too.
It was
Especially on a road. Like, why
yeah,
am I running on this thing?
it was mostly. I remember dried apricots and like raisins were the
No,
big.
that's terrible.
It
That's
was even
terrible.
well, admittedly, it was pretty on point for the
Yeah.
route. I mean, I think they served a lot of the stuff that he probably ate while he was going to Sparta. But
Okay. Now that actually does make sense. That does make sense. That makes more sense now.
it's
Okay.
2025. We did have Coke, but it was warm.
Okay,
Um,
that's nice though, at least.
yeah, and I mean there were aid stations I think every 2 miles, and I carried a pack I think, which was a huge mistake. Like I made a lot of mistakes.
Well,
So,
sometimes those races that we make a lot of mistakes are the ones that make us learn so many things for the races where we have success in. And here you come going in to Cocodona for the second consecutive win, which we're going to get into a little bit later, because there's some interesting storylines there, Ray Ray. All right, so funny coincidence was last week. I had your old FKT partner, Jeff Garmeyer, and he. What a riot that guy is. So
yeah.
fun. But I was wondering, I'm sure during that FKT, there was probably some some crazy hijinks and things like this. Tell the people a funny Jeff story, but not one that's embarrassing and that may ruin his career, but just kind of funny.
Yeah, so both of our moms are named Karen. That was something that we discovered pretty early. And so actually I assume you're referring to the Wonderland FKT that we set.
Yes, yes.
So we were both signed up to do Plain 100 up in Washington State, and it got canceled because there was a fire that year. And so yeah, I think he was asking me for intel on the course because I've done it a couple of times. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know anything about the course. And then it wound up getting canceled, but we were still in contact. And so we just decided to go do the Wonderland Trail instead. But he's super funny. I mean, that was a really enjoyable FKT to get. But yeah, we bonded over the fact that both our moms were named Karen and that they're like pretty stereotypically Karens.
They're the Karens. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not that I met his mom, and I don't think he's met mine, but
They're
I
probably
met his
great.
mom. She's a great lady. I mean, they live up in Washington. She was fabulous.
Yeah.
I think my
Yeah.
mom is fabulous too, but definitely Karen's.
Yeah, no, Karens just have a way about them, and they have a position to play just like the rest of us do. Okay, because the thing is
yeah,
yeah,
Karens get shit done for sure.
they get shit done. The thing is like here's the thing: is people will say this about a Karen. They say, "Oh man, you should have seen this Karen in the Starbucks just berating the baristas this whole time." But here's the thing: is that you wanted to berate the barista, but you just decided, fuck it, I'm taking my Americano and I'm leaving. But Karen, she had the balls. She stepped up. She said what you was too afraid to say. So you know what? God bless Karen's and God bless you and Jeff's mom.
Yeah, we all have a little bit of Karen inside of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If
Yeah.
I don't eat breakfast, I become like real cranky, and I'm very Karen. More like I guess it's more Kyle or whatever. But you get it. You get it. Okay. Really quick. I wanted to get into something here. Um, you love animals and rocks. That's what I've gathered from my research. Now, the research wasn't very extensive, but you love animals and rocks. And I want to start out with the first question. Do you think that rocks are magic?
Ooh, I think so. I've never been asked that question, but I do think that rocks are magic. Yeah. There's certainly, yeah, there's rocks, especially like the crystal. I'm not a crystal person, but like some of those, sometimes I'll find like different types of quartz on the trail, and I always feel like there's something special about finding quartz and that it's lucky. And so I try to keep it for like on my person as long as I can. Like I have this sweet piece of quartz actually in my car right now. It's like probably an inch long. It's beautiful. Yeah, I think I can probably use them to like hex my enemies.
Yeah, that's okay. So we'll get into that a little bit later too. This is perfect. I love where we're going with this. Okay, so rocks have magic powers. I totally agree. I have my whole set of rocks too. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take some pictures. I'll shoot them over to you and say, hey, this is a rock I found over here. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, animals.
I mean, I'll take your rock. That sounds like a euphemism, but I will definitely take pictures of your rocks.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, even better, because we are actually going to be seeing each other at Mammoth 200. Really? I'll bring you a rock. I'll bring you a special rock. Yeah.
Okay. We'll do a rock trade. I'll bring you one too.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm real excited now. Okay. But animals. I love animals. They're my favorite. Every time I come on this podcast, it's always about the running and all that, and that's all great. But the animals is the best part. So you tell me, what is your favorite animal?
What is my favorite animal? Probably, I think dogs are pretty excellent. I own 2 cats and I think they're incredible, but I don't think all cats are incredible. I think my cats are incredible. Most cats are awesome, but dogs are great. Dogs are just really good. They're so excited to see you all the time, and I love that their tails wag. I just think that's so cute. And like pit bulls, I think are really good dogs. I love how expressive their eyes are. So yeah, I think boring answer, but like dogs are pretty cool. I do have a tattoo. I have a tattoo of a giraffe on my finger though.
Oh, that is freaking cool. Giraffes is cool. They're like, I think I had a conversation with somebody on the podcast about giraffes once, and it's kind of like, they're just like weird African deer with really long necks. And it's like, why don't we have one in North America? Like they have them in Africa, but we don't have long necked deers here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know either.
Has something maybe to do with like, because aren't their necks long so that they can reach the food sources?
That's what people say. What people say, but I just think that maybe it's just that they're show-offs or something.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably what it is. But I agree with your statement about the dogs. Dogs is always happy. They're always wagging their tails. They're just really nice creatures. But the one comment that you did make was that you own 2 cats. The thing is that that's a common misconception. The cats actually own you, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. They own me for sure.
That's okay. That's just how cats are. But they can be nice too sometimes. Like sometimes they get,
My cat, one of my cats upstairs just killed a hornet. So
nice.
It was pretty metal.
Yeah, it's freaking metal. I love that. Okay, cool. Freaking cats killing freaking hornets and stuff. Yeah. Okay, I want to ask you this. This is actually getting to a little bit more serious of the topics here. Okay. But there's a lot of talk about getting more women into trail racing. With Here for the Women's Race, a nonprofit, to the race that you just crushed, High Lonesome, which has sort of a quota, which, mandates that a certain number of women are at the start line with the men. But I want to ask you, as my observation is that with these efforts, people like Courtney DeWalter, now Tara Dower, Marian Hogan, Emily Hoggood, Rachel Entrekin, are all being brought up in the same conversation. And that's got to be really, really strange for you in some way, but also probably expected. And what I really want to ask is, are you kind of like in this holy shit moment? Like I am like somebody that people are looking up to for inspiration, young girls in something that you set out to do, you are now part of this whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think I set out to do this, admittedly. I don't think I knew that this was something you could do. I just always enjoyed trail running and happened to kind of finesse my way into being good at it. But it is definitely weird to be, because I'm still the same person. Like I'm
Yeah.
still this idiot who like picks up rocks and pets dogs and like whatever, goofs off 90% of the time when I'm out there running. But so yeah, it's definitely strange that I've just been doing the same thing I've always been doing. Just people are paying attention now. And that is definitely a very big difference. It's been interesting. I mean, I'm getting like recognized at grocery stores and on trails constantly. Like I think
Yeah.
most of the time when I go running, somebody is like, "Holy crap! Like, are you Rachel?" It is interesting though because I just got recognized for being the winner of High Lonesome instead of being the winner of Cocodona. So now it's like,
Nice.
oh, cool. Like I'm multifaceted. I contain multitudes. Um, but yeah, so
Yeah.
it's been interesting, especially because those women are people I've been looking up to forever. And
Yeah.
like Katie Scheid and like
Yeah.
Emily Hawgood are saying hi to me, and it's like, holy crap, I can't believe like you just said hi to me. But then to turn around and like there are women out there who feel, and men, I mean, who feel the same way about like talking to me, and so it's from my perspective pretty silly because like I'm just a person,
Yeah.
like hi to me, I don't care. Um, and yet I do the exact same thing to these people that I idolize. Like, oh, they don't want me to say hi. Like they're busy and I don't want to interrupt them. But now I'm over here like, oh my God, like please interrupt me. Like say hi to me. I don't that's so cool. I
Yeah.
love people saying hi to me.
No, it's really cool because I think that, it's one thing that I said is, coming into the sport, to my point is that, there's been this push, get more ladies on the start line here. And what I found it really in the last year is that I've seen more races that seem to have a more compelling group of women
Agreed.
consistently than the men's field. The men's field is, and I could explain to you why, part of our psychology, because the thing is, it's like I think the ladies, they just go out there, they just like having fun. They say, what's that? There's a song that say, girls just want to have fun. And I think
Yeah.
that's true because guys will go out there and you'll have a guy and he'll look at the start list and he'll think, I can't beat these guys. So he won't go into that race. That's how they is. It's a bunch of cowards. But I think that I'm not gonna bash the elite men. They're great. They're all great. But what I found is that, like, perfect example, Speed Goat, right? Speed Goat. This last weekend, absolutely incredible lineup of ladies. The
Yeah.
guys,
Oh, really?
I mean, there's a few of them that's on there. Ryan Becker, Michelino, Sanseries. There's a few of them, but for the most part, it's like, wow, okay, we're really gonna see the race develop on the female side, and I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, we've been, I think, left out for reasons. And now I think is kind of our time to take hold of the sport that we've been in the background doing. And I agree with you. I think a lot of the women's storylines are really fascinating. And I mean, maybe it's just because I can relate to them a lot more, but as ladies, a lot of us are juggling not only professional lives, but also like a lot of my age demographic has kids now. And so you're having to
Yeah,
navigate coming back from a childbirth and pregnancy, and now you have this like a whole human being you're responsible for on top of trying to still be a competitive athlete. Like I mean, Stephanie Case is a prime example
yeah,
of what it looks like to be both a mother and a athlete. And I mean, it's tough because where people exist, there will be opinions about what it is that you're doing. And I mean, not all. I think what Stephanie's doing is amazing. I think what all these postpartum moms are doing is just absolutely mind blowing. And I look at it as a very positive thing. Like you can still do things you love while
yeah,
making life altering decision. But I mean, a lot of people on the internet are not of the same opinion. And to watch somebody just gracefully navigate all of that, like online stupid, like hate
yeah,
is really cool to watch because it is tough to get criticism. but if you believe so strongly in what you're doing, like, I mean, I'm sure Stephanie does. Like, it's so awesome to watch her navigate this whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do agree with you. I think like states this year, there were some interesting like upsets on the men's side, but
Yeah.
on the women's side, I mean, it was like, dude, there's 19 women who could win this race. Like, who I was like on edge with who was actually gonna win. And at High Lonesome too, I mean, the men's race was really interesting. There were a couple guys out there that were really good, but I mean, obviously pretty interested in how the women's race
Yeah.
was going to go for, reasons. And two, I think High Lonesome is onto something with the 50-50 gender split, because it really is, it's like that baseball movie, if you build it, they will come. Like we want to be doing these things. We just don't get, historically we haven't been able to sign up for one reason or another. And especially in the case of like hard rock, women are only kind of recently getting into trail running, and like, well, great. Now we're never going to be able to get in there because,
Oh yeah, you never run in hard rock. Yeah.
well, I'd like to run hard rock, but
No, I'm sure you'd like to. But the thing is with the old boys club, hey, Rachel, you're gonna have to temper those expectations. But I am glad that you have places like High Lonesome that you could go and you could showcase those skills at. Let's just hope that hard rock gets a little less culty and maybe, a little more just like, normal, because it's weird. That's okay. I'm not going to sit here and bash the people at Hard Rock. I'm sure they're really, really nice. But the thing is it's ridiculous. Oh, you know what? I just realized something, Rachel. Hey, drinking my coffee. I forgot to turn on my light. Hold on. Here we go. All right. It's going to be a problem if we don't have the light. All right. There it is. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It wasn't professional to not have that on, but we have it on now, and that's okay. We're good.
now we're professionals.
Now we're professionals. And I want to get into this because I think that we need to address the elephant in the room here. I brought it up a little bit ago, but you're running Mammoth 200, okay?
Yeah.
I'm running Mammoth 200.
Yeah, we're going to trade rocks. It'll be great.
We're going to trade rocks. It's going to be great, but there's going to be business to be had. That's for sure. It's because the thing is, he was a competitor, Rachel. And I was talking to my buddy, and I was saying to him, I said, hey, let's look at the startup. Let's look at the start line here. We got, Tara Dower. We got Jimmy Elam. We got Rachel Entrekin. We got Teddy Tonelli. We got Max Joliffe.
Mhm.
Max, I'm still waiting for you. I'm still here, Max. Anyway, we have a great lineup of people, and then some other legends. But the thing is, I was telling him, I said, I think that this could be one of those races where you could see a lady take the whole thing. I personally thought that Courtney Dauwalter was going to do it when you did Cocodona this last year, but then something happened, and I think she got scared of you. I'm probably starting rumors here, but I was hearing some things. I'm thinking she's scared. But anyway, I'm going to get to my point here. So what I find crazy is that you're racing Mammoth 200, but on September 13th, just 2 weeks before, you are going to be running, what is this here? Plain endurance runs, the one that was canceled before. Okay, so you got to go back because apparently that's just what you do. And then not like a little bit more than a week after that, after Mammoth, you're going to go run Saddles 50 miler.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I signed up for Mammoth. I was like convinced to sign up for, it didn't take much convincing, but I had already had my race schedule planned out, and I just shifted some things around. Originally, I was doing the 100 miler at Plain, and now I'm just doing the 100K.
Okay.
Like a shakeout run,
Yeah. Okay. No, 100K. No, that makes sense. I mean, well, it doesn't make sense, but that's fine. However you do your training, you do your training. But is there a way that you recover faster than most people?
I certainly don't do anything to ensure that happens, but I do think that I recover extremely quickly. Like for instance, I feel totally fine. I'm a week removed from High Lonesome, but yeah, I mean, like I feel totally fine. I felt totally fine. I was a little messed up. The race was on Friday. I was a little messed up like Saturday. But Sunday I was fine. Monday I was fine. Like I ran last week and felt fine. Yeah. So I think I this year I've been collecting like superpowers, like what things about me I think make me a interesting and like different ultra runner.
Yeah.
And I think recovery is one of those things. Like I can
I would,
just,
yeah.
and it is not, trust me, it is not something I'm doing. I mean, I am basically like a feral raccoon all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think just maybe genetically there's something there that I am lucky enough to have. Um, yeah, I recover really fast.
Well, the thing is that we're gonna trade rocks, but here's the thing: is that maybe get a few vials of your blood as well, and we'll try
Fine.
that. And like, yeah, hey,
Test it out. I don't know. I'm probably low in iron. Just heads up.
okay, well, that's okay. We have iron supplements for that. I think there's probably some other stuff in there that's magic, though. Like you said, you're collecting superpowers. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, there could be the next big thing. People's always talking about it. Like right now, it's like creatine. Runners is drinking creatine. And the thing is that Teddy's been on this for years, but they just get on it. Next year, it's going to be Rachel's blood.
Maybe. Yeah, that'd be, I mean, I would sell it if, and then
Yeah.
I could have my day job. That'd be fine.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I
I
mean, the thing is that you have all these people going out there just donating it. Like, okay, yeah, well, that's
know.
because your blood is pretty much worthless, but this lady's blood, you know what I'm saying? Which actually, I was saying this, I brought this up the other day, but people's been talking about like diversity in trail running, which I think is great. We got to bring more people in and all that stuff, But I think we focus a little bit too much on the lower demographics. We need to start going for the rich people. We need more money in here because if you think about it, they could start betting on us like
Triathlon.
horses.
Yeah, they're too busy with triathlon though. They want
Yeah,
to
I
buy
know.
but
Yeah, you're
and like
right.
I don't know, is swimming a rich people sport? I feel like tennis is a like rich people sport too, like equestrianism. They don't want to be a
But
dirt bag. We're just dirt bags.
no, that's the thing, though, is that we use them. We use them for their money. And that's what I'm saying, getting it because you got, okay, because here's why. Cocodona, you had the Satisfy aid station, right? It was like all fancy and all that. You start doing more stuff like that, you're gonna
So
start getting the high class peoples in there. They're gonna start throwing tips around to aid station workers. They pull $100 out of their vest and they're like, here you go.
huh.
I'm just saying, like, we could really get this thing going.
I've never thought about tipping an aid station worker. Does that make me a jerk?
No, it does not make you a jerk. It just means that you are not quite as classy as the people that we're trying
Oh,
to bring into trail running. No, that's okay. It's okay. I'm not as classy either. I just see the vision and I see the need. You know, it's
the
okay.
need
We're
for
gonna
the
move on. It's crazy because I honestly see you. Depending on what happens with the rest of your year here. I mean, you're seriously in contention for talks of Trail Runner of the Year. You realize this, yeah?
I suppose. I mean, I think I've had some pretty good performances, certainly.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, the only thing that people care about, or well, I hesitate to say that, but a lot of the big corporations really only care about the big three, um, which I have not done because I'm
Nah.
poor and not classy. I can't
Because
go
you're
to
not
school.
lame. Because you're
Yeah.
not lame is what you meant to say.
But yeah, I mean, like States, UTMB, and Hard Rock are. I feel like we've just been doing this weird circle jerk of like the people who win those always get. It's like this cycle. I think it would be really exciting to break that cycle
Yeah.
personally because there are so
Yeah.
many more awesome races out there that just do not get attention. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
I
definitely
agree.
think I've put in a compelling argument, and if the rest of my year goes the way that I hope it does, I mean, I certainly think something exciting could happen. But will it be enough to break the decade-long cycle of the winner of UTMB gets Trail Run of the Year? I don't know.
Look, here's the thing. UTMB, people really need to get off of that whole thing. I asked somebody, I said, tell me, I said, when you're at the UTMB start line, how bad does that place smell? And they said, it is horrible.
Yeah, you got
That's
a bunch of
something that we
smelly.
have here. We have it here in America. We wear deodorant. We have rules. Okay. We need to stop focusing so much on the UTMBs, and we got to bring it back home. I think what we're going to see is we're actually going to see Aravaipa is going to become the United States UTMB, and then Jamil, with his secret cameras and everything, is going to end up buying UTMB. It's going to happen because hold on. Everyone says it's owned by Iron Man. Guess what? Jamil is the Iron Man, but he's like incognito, and I'm telling you, his cameras, they're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Aravaipa is excellent. I'm on the Aravaipa race team, so maybe
Aravaipa, Colorado, right?
Yeah, then I could finally get into UTMB, maybe.
Well, hey, you know what? You got to pull those strings. You got to use the leverage. You have to. You're in that position now. When are we going to see the ego era? When we're going to see Rachel come out and she's just like, king shit, just walking around,
Never.
People go and sign, like, they're like, can you sign my bib? And you're like, hey, walk away.
I hope that never happens.
I hope so too, because I've seen it happen. There's a few trail runners that I've seen that happen to, and I'm like, guys, you're just running. Nobody really cares.
No, it's trail running. This isn't like football or something.
Yeah, it's not like it's these people's is crazy. That's fine. Okay, so this might scare you a little bit here, but I got a great question, I think, and I'm gonna help you out. Okay, all right. Fuck, marry, kill. I got Tara Dower, Courtney DeWalter, Jimmy Elam. Now I'm gonna give you mine. I think that I'm gonna bang Jimmy to assert dominance. Okay. I'm going to marry Tara because she's gorgeous, and then I have to kill Courtney because nobody is gonna mess with my queen.
Well, I mean, you can't even catch Courtney. Can anyone catch Courtney?
That's a good point. We're going to have to build a trap for her.
Okay.
We're going to have to build a trap of some sort.
Just filled with like candy and
yeah, something like, see, but here's the thing is that if you do that, then you might accidentally trap Tara, and then I've killed my wife. And now I'm forced to marry Courtney DeWalter. And the thing is, it's not like that's a bad thing. I just feel like yeah, well, there's that too. And I think Tara may be too. This might just be wrong. But either which way, that's going to be my lineup, I think.
Dang, what a tough question.
It is a tough one.
Dang. I don't know Jimmy Elam personally. So I think he's probably the easiest one to kill.
Let's kill him.
Okay. I'll meet him at some point. He seems like a great guy, but
yeah.
So he's toast.
He's toast.
Then, let's see. I feel like Tara would be a pretty good time. I'd probably go with fucking Tara.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be good.
We've been chatting a good bit, and like we have so much in common. Like we like the same bands and like very obscure bands. And she's really cool. I like her a lot. So hopefully we could do like a friends with Benny's situation. And then, yeah, I guess I would marry Courtney. She seems very responsible,
Yeah. You know what? That's a good, I'm going to have to change. I think I have to change my pick. I think I'm still banging Jimmy, but.
I think you got to bang Jimmy in order to assert dominance.
No, I have to because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Rachel, and we're going to be racing him at Mammoth. And I don't think Jimmy's ever done a 200-mile race, but the thing is Jimmy doesn't really go into races and lose.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what my plan is I'm really going to be playing the mental games, and it starts today, is Jimmy, you're on notice. But that's fine. He's a nice guy. Courtney's great. Tara's great. Do you love candy as much as Tara?
I like candy. I don't think I love it quite as much as both Courtney and Tara might, but I do like it. I mean, I love gummy candy.
Gummy candy's the best. What's your favorite?
My favorite gummy candy or my favorite candy in general?
Favorite gummy candy?
It depends. I really like. I think Gushers are really underrated.
Ooh, yeah.
I think Gushers are super underrated, but there is the bummer because sometimes they like smash and then they create this like super Gusher that's just covered in like goo. But Gushers are great. I also really like Sour Patch Kids, especially if I am sleepy. You can just pop one of those suckers in your mouth and it's like a shot of caffeine because they're so sour. Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of gummy bears are all great. So
what about have you had the extreme Sour Patch Kids?
I have not even heard of such.
Oh, I am going to change your life right
You
now.
might.
Okay. Yeah, because it shocks you back to life. You put it in your mouth and you're like, ooh,
Yeah. It's
but
like
it's
those
still,
EKG pads, you know? Like
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, what that exactly? What's
that'll
what's
be
your
my
favorite
secret
candy?
weapon. Yeah, that'll be my secret
Yes,
weapon. Damn it.
yes, because what they say is that spicy food and sour foods help stop crampings and stuff.
Oh,
So
interesting.
you just have that's yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but what they say is that if you start cramping, you throw some sour stuff in your mouth, and then your body starts freaking out. It's like, I don't know if I should be cramping or if I should be worried about the stuff in the mouth. But it worries about the stuff in the mouth, and you stop cramping, so you keep running.
Well, have you had because you're in California, have you had the spicy like peach rings and watermelon rings?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, at the little
Oh, those are
Mexican carts.
yeah, dog. Those are
Yeah,
so good. So
so
good.
good.
I'm
Oh
obsessed
yeah.
with them. Yeah, maybe I should
No,
just kill two birds with one stone and just pack those.
that's not a bad idea. If you can make your own homemade, you
Yeah,
probably could.
hmm,
Huh,
maybe. Well, these
maybe.
are my mammoth tricks. Follow me for more mammoth tricks.
Well, I see. My plan for Mammoth is really just to kind of follow you the entire
Oh,
time
good.
until we
Okay.
get towards the end, and then I'm gonna try to run faster past you, um,
Trust me.
because
Yeah.
that's really I don't have any experience running 200-mile races, Rachel. I'm just going out there, and I just figured, and I took a strategy out of your book, is that sleep is for the weak.
Sleep
I'm
is
going out there and I'm just drinking freaking Red Bulls and I'm marching straight. I'm leaving the village and I'm not stopping till I'm coming back to the village.
I think that's a great way to start, certainly. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I expect to sleep during this race or not. I'm probably gonna try not to, but if I'm so sleepy that I'm now getting slower, then I'll probably sleep. But yeah, I mean, I've done 48-hour races before where I haven't slept for the entire race, which also means that I didn't sleep, you know, for probably more like 55, 60 hours. So I think I
Right.
could probably, I think in Cocodona, I was able to stay awake for like 45 solid hours, 40, 45. So I can
That's pretty
probably,
good.
yeah, I can probably make this happen. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to here.
there'll be a bunch of crazed lunatics out there.
It's well, and the well, I think the thing is that this things is built for crazed lunatics. It's
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah, 200
It's
miler, a whole different ballgame.
Oh no. Oh, absolutely. And that's the only reason why I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, okay, Jimmy's there, Tara's there, but I'm like, hey, anything can happen over 200 miles. I mean,
And
Max is freaking toast. I've already decided he's donezo. When I say I'm taking him out, I don't mean like physically. I'm not going to hurt him. I'm just going to like just psychologically just get him. I'm trying to get him on the podcast, but he's been dodging me. But it's okay.
you could bond over your mutual arm tattoos.
We could, but the thing is that I don't think Max really wants to do any bonding, and that's okay because
Especially not with the competition.
yeah, no, he can't handle this. He can't handle this. So a lot of people, you know what? I'm gonna save this question. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna save this question for after. It's a better after question, and I want to liven things up a little bit. We're gonna jump into the lightning round right now. Did you know what the lightning round is?
I'm familiar with the concept.
All right, perfect. So the lightning round is a segment of the show where I ask a question and you answer back as fast as you can. It's pretty simple. Are you
Okay.
ready to play?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
How was my
Lightning
answer? Was
round.
it fast enough?
Oh,
Did I answer fast enough? I assume we're starting right now.
well, okay. Well, we are going to start right now. I was actually in the process of starting it, but then you interrupted me. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, ready. Okay, favorite prehistoric bird?
Holy shit. Velociraptor, is that technically a bird?
No, that's okay.
Dodo.
Next question.
Dodo.
Next.
Dodo. Dang it.
But that's part of his prehistoric. Okay, we're gonna pause the lightning round really quick. So there's different types of prehistoric birds. Okay, so like you have the Archaeopteryx, right? That's actually the brand Arcteryx is named after the Archaeopteryx.
Okay.
Yep. You have the Garganoris.
Okay.
there's a lot of them. It's okay. All right. You know what? We're gonna start lightning round again. Ready? Starting again. Okay. Never use poles again, or use them for every race forever.
Every race forever. For sure.
Okay. All right. A goat walks into a bar. What does he order?
Milk.
Ah!
Ah.
Ah! Okay. Next question. You and one celebrity need to complete Cocodona together. Who are you taking and why?
Well, my first thought was Oprah Winfrey, but I think that's a pretty. She's run a marathon, I think. But I don't know. She's kind of older now, so that seems like a dumb answer. But it's the lightning round.
Remember, you're gonna have to. This is probably the. You know what? I probably should have made that the last question of the lightning round because it's a little bit less lightning-y. But remember, you have to be with them for 250 miles, so that's saying something.
Yeah, I could be with Oprah. She seems pretty cool.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds or something with Hugh Jackman. That'd be pretty fun.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I bet he could. I bet he could run 250 miles.
Probably could. He probably could.
I saw that guy at the gym one time. I was like running around the neighborhood in Los Angeles, and I saw Hugh Jackman working out at Gold's. Dude, that dude is ripped. Like,
just like huge.
So tall. Yeah, dude, his neck is like the size of my waist. Like,
wow.
It's pretty wild. He's huge.
Huge. So, that's they say. Huge Jackman.
Huge Jackman. Yeah.
Huge Jackman.
It is not CGI. He's a giant guy.
He's like the real life Wolverine. Did you? The lightning round's kind of gone off the rails, but I have one more question for you. Okay. Is who do you think places higher at Mammoth? You or Teddy?
Ooh, probably you. You know, I've been on a roll, so I bet I choke.
Well, that was a good answer. I think that I don't think so. Lightning round is over. Okay. I don't think so. I think you're actually going to do real good out there at Mammoth. You know, again, maybe not as good as Teddy because, you know, we've been training real hard and you've been running all these crazy races. And I just think to myself, I think that maybe Teddy's a little fresher.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe a little fresher. Maybe not though. Because the experience, I don't got that. You got it in truckloads.
I suppose, but this will only really be the second 200 I've done. Because I've done Cocodona only. And I mean, I guess I've done some 48-hour races that I got 200 miles in, but I don't think those count. Really. They're helpful, but they don't count.
Well, so. If I'm gonna call it here, I think that the Mammoth 200 is getting won in about 48 to 52 hours.
I think that's kind of what I suspect. I mean, my goal is to sub 50. That's kind of putting it out there.
That's Teddy's goal too.
Knowing exactly nothing about the course, having not been out there.
Teddy could help you out. We've been out there. There's lots of fire roads, fire roads that we're going to be running on. A lot of open, exposed areas. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fast one. Because there's like 30,000 feet of climbing.
30,000. There's 100 milers with 30,000 feet of climbing.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I was talking with Hillary, and she said she wanted it to be like not because there's no such thing as an easy 200 miler, but like a good, like an introductory, to, like still make it challenging, but have it be fun and manageable. And I mean, 1,500 foot 100 milers back to back seems manageable. So we'll see.
Yes, okay. You are going to be a handful out there. I know it, but I think that if I see, now I'm wondering. See, the whole rock thing. This is your way of trying to get me a hexed rock and trying to curse me. I was going to give you a nice rock, and you was going to come at me with a hexed rock.
I'm going to give you I already know the rock I'm going to give you, I think.
Okay.
And it's not hexed. I promise. But if you DNF for some reason, don't you come telling me that I gave you some hex.
Okay, don't. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell everybody, say, well, I wouldn't have DNF'd if I didn't have this freaking cursed rock over here.
Yeah. Does this? So wait, are we going to have to carry the rock the whole race?
Oh, I don't have to.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, we could.
we could. That's fun. Well, I have done this before actually. I've actually carried a rock with me on the race, and then I gave it to one of my friends, and I said, "Hey, I carried this for you the whole race, and because I found it, and then I carried it back for you." And I thought it was a really sweet gesture, but they just looked at me and they said thank you, and then they just put it off to the side, and I was like, okay, well, maybe they'll pick it up later. No, they didn't. They just left the rock there.
A bummer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've carried rocks shocking distances. Yeah, and some of them were large.
Yeah, one time I took a big rock. I really liked it. It was at the summit of a mountain, and I put it in the back of my pack, and I ran down, and then I went to go get the rock out, and I did, but it ripped a gigantic hole in the back of my pack. Yeah. That's okay. I still came back with the rock. I lost a few gels. Some people got some good ground scores, so good for them.
Yeah. Good ground scores.
Yeah, ground scores is the best. When I don't like finding empty gels, but if somebody leaves a full gel, I'm like, that's mine. I'm taking it. I don't care how old or how sunfucked that thing is. I'm eating it.
What's the best ground score you've had?
Oh, okay. Best ground score I ever had. Now, it's not food related, but I actually found a black diamond headlamp. Yeah.
Whoa.
But I was really worried about the person that lost it. But at the same time, it's like,
kidding.
I didn't see anybody out there. I didn't hear any screaming for help. So I just figured, it's mine now.
I found a Sawyer filter.
No.
Yeah, dude. I was
Yeah.
in Onion Valley going up Kearsarge
Oh,
Pass.
wow.
Yeah, and I found a Sawyer filter, and nobody was around, so I was just like, "All right, this is mine now."
That's mine now.
Sawyer
Yeah.
filter, baby.
Yeah, no, I one time I found a birthday cake goo,
Ugh.
and I took that and I brought it down to the trailhead to throw it in the trash. I just figured nobody would actually want that. So I wasn't gonna leave it there to litter, because like even if you think about it, if a marmot goes and gets that stuff, oh man, he'll be ruined for goose forever.
No, they'll be like, or either that, or it'll go run like 100-miler.
Yeah, be the freaking fastest marmot in the West.
Yeah.
Um, I have a question for you. So everybody always asks you, they always ask you, well, why did you start running? Lame question. What I want to know is why do you keep running?
Because it keeps staying challenging, so I keep doing it, I guess. Easy answer.
Okay, no, that is an easy answer. I like that. No fluff, nothing. That's good. Okay.
Well, that's the thing I think is so cool about running is really, I mean, every single person out there is having a really, they're having the amount of challenge that they want to have. It's all dictated by you. So, yeah, I mean, it was interesting at High Lonesome, people were talking about how easy it must be for me to run High Lonesome because I've done Cocodona and I've done like quote harder things. But no, I mean, it's all hard. I mean, you make it as hard as you want to make it, and that's running. That's why I like it so much. So
No, I would agree completely. I mean, and that's the thing is that you see, and you've been stepping up those distances to harder and harder challenges. And oh my God, we'll see what's gonna happen next. I mean, you got the Arizona Monsters, 300 miles, but that goes along the same time as Cocodona. So I mean, we ain't doing that because this year, three-peat.
yeah, I know. I'm excited for the race. It's a bummer it's only July.
But it's the lore behind it, the three-peat. It's magical in sports. People love it. Look, no pressure here. No pressure here. There's some savages coming out there to race with you, so you're gonna be on your A game. But I think that's when you're gonna do your best work. I really do.
I mean, and the past couple of years I've been training for Cocodona while working full time in healthcare, so it's not been optimal, I would say. So I mean, hopefully this year, especially with how much like hype is behind the race, I'm hoping
Yeah.
I can change up my training a little bit and like get out on the course and do some like, I don't know. I don't do any sort of like tempo runs or whatever, but like, train at a
Yeah.
somewhat of a race effort out on the course a little bit more, or at least like in Arizona.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then still have time to like come home and not just immediately have to jump into a 12-hour shift. That would be pretty sweet. So,
Oh no, no, for sure. You're giving you the extra time to be able to get yourself physically fit and ready to go. I love that. I'm here for it. So I have a few things here for you, Rachel, and then I'm going to let you go. But Teddy has a lot of nicknames. Do you have a nickname?
I don't really have a nickname. When I first started running, my nickname was Puma because I would
Ooh,
wear Puma shoes, like the brand,
okay.
whatever. I don't even know if that brand exists anymore.
They
But
do.
yeah, other than that, I mean, not particular. Would you like to give me one? I'll pull through.
Well, I have a few, and I would like to workshop them. And
Okay.
it doesn't mean that we have to pick them, but I think that these might be kind of good.
Okay.
Um, yeah, first one I got here is the blonde bomber. I
Oh
don't know
heck
because
yeah.
yeah, you bomb down hills, right?
Okay.
And you're
I'm
blonde.
not actually that fast at downhills, but point.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's relative.
This one's a little on the nose, but Queen Coco, we could
Hmm,
go with that.
I forgot. I guess yeah, the Queen of Cocodona is a nickname.
Yeah,
I feel like
but
that
yeah,
whatever keeps changing based off whatever race I just did. So
okay. No, it could just be Queen or something like that. But we got to think Queen. Ooh, instead of Queen B, Queen E. Oh,
hey,
I
that's pretty
think we may
cool.
have just found it. But my other one is Easy E for Entrekin. But
Huh.
but also Easy E,
Oh yeah, like
rapper,
a rapper. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Okay. I'm
yeah.
game. I can rap, sort of. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I'm a, yeah.
let's hear a few
Oh,
bars. Let's go. All
yeah.
right,
But I
everybody's
do. I mean,
interested.
I do know. I think every word to "Backseat Freestyle" by Kendrick. Actually, one of my non-running related superpowers is I'm really good at song lyrics. You know that show where you have
Nice.
to they give you like a thing and you have to come up with the lyrics of
Yeah,
the song. I would kill. I'm just
yeah.
waiting for my invitation to that show. I would kill everybody.
Oh,
So
I love that. Yeah, right along with Jimmy Elam. Okay,
yeah.
no, that's
Huh.
good. And so I'm gonna keep working on some of these names, but I think like Queen E might be good, Easy E, or you could just be like Teddy and you have a bunch of them and you just tell everybody. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
worry about that later.
Just confuse the people. It's fine.
Yeah, oh, that's okay. Sometimes we need to confuse them. But Rachel, one thing that I like to do is I like to have my guests share a message with everybody before we end the show. So this is your time to say whatever it is that you would like to the people. Go ahead.
Oh man. Um, what do I want to say? I guess don't ever, just because it's going slowly doesn't mean you can't get to where you want to be. I mean, because like I said before, I've been running for a really long time and I mean, I think admittedly been doing pretty good for a while. And it's never, not that I was hoping it would get me somewhere, but it certainly wasn't getting me anywhere. And then, yeah, suddenly like this year is kind of, I guess all the formula was correct in getting some like help finally. So yeah,
Yeah,
even if it takes a while, if it's something that you enjoy doing, then just keep it up.
I love that. I love that. If it's something you enjoy doing, just keep it up. And that's,
Yeah,
goes into what you were saying about why you keep running. Keep going for that challenge.
yeah.
That's great.
That and don't trust a fart. So
Oh, I know that all too well. Even not even on just the running thing. I was doing a show the other day and I had to end it early because it was a tragedy. Nobody knew. Well, now they know, but
were you
nobody
wearing
knew.
the white pants? Was that
Oh, thank God. No, I was not, but I was wearing shorts and I had to just like real quick. I was like, oh, all
that's
right,
hilarious.
everybody, we gotta go. And then I was sitting here and I was like, wow, that was embarrassing. I wonder if anybody heard it, but I don't think they did, so it shouldn't be a problem.
That's hilarious. All
Um,
right. Well, your secret's safe with me and all of your listeners.
well, thank you. There's not many, but that's fine. Okay, Rachel, thank you so much for coming on the show. Everybody, you can find Rachel on Instagram. She's gonna be found at Rachel_Entrekin. We'll post it here up on the screen and then down in the bio. But you could also go into her Instagram, and she has this fun little WordPress site where she goes and she writes race reports and things like that. And she's actually a good writer. It's
Ew.
actually entertaining. Yeah, I was last night. I was reading the High Lonesome one, and I was laughing. I thought it was so funny. And there's
Yeah.
just parts of it that was just like this lady. She's just like a silly goose. She's got the silly goose running strong.
Yeah, it's fun. I really enjoy writing. So anytime I get an excuse to actually do it is one I will not sleep on.
Well, it's like that, and then you play the piano, and like it's like it. I was looking at the stories while you was like you have a whole story you highlight
I know.
dedicated to the piano, and
Yeah.
I put it down and I was listening to it, and the next thing you know, I can't kid you not, I'm waking up at 8 o'clock. I'm like, oh my god, where's everything? It put me to sleep. It was beautiful. It was amazing. So
Thank you.
if you would like to go read Rachel's writing, Or if you would like to go fall asleep gently to the white noise that she provides from her piano playing, you could go do that. Again, Rachel_Entrekin. She has a crazy schedule coming up. Go give her a follow. Rachel, thank you again for joining. Until next time, everybody, Teddy Tonelli with Chasin Trail, aka Teddy Treble. Teddy out.
Chasing trail, kicking up dirt, sweating my eyes, but it don't hurt. Fast feet, loose rocks, send it full sail. Ain't no stopping, we chasing trail, yeah.